markets, right?
Yes. Our next market animal will be Peyton Labatt. Peyton will introduce her breed and type of market poultry.
She is a large white market turkey.
Can I inspect your animal, please? You don't get the very good. And how old are you?
She is 3 months. 3 months.
All right. Want to have my other market up here? We'll just go around and run up those birds. We can actually see them in the pictures too. When I have a look at a market animal, I like to see what it's going to look like. If I was to take this animal and process it and put it on my table, or like our chicken here is a dual purpose. So I want to see that both purposes for that animal meets market standards. Our turkey today, she's young, she's 3 months old. Obviously, we don't want a market animal for turkey to be too old. She has a very well-developed breast already, and her leg bones are already well-developed. So if I was to dress her out and put her on my table today, she's ready for Thanksgiving. She told me that the bird live weight is 26 pounds.
26.
So she should dress out at 23 pounds, so to speak. Our next market animal, our chicken, she is an older hen, so she's been laying for a while. She has got a very wide pelvic bones. So I'm guessing that this hen probably lays at least an egg a day, and they're large eggs. She lays nice sized large eggs. They're not tiny little bed eggs. So that's being said, she's got a very high market value for the egg production, where our turkey has a higher market value for our meat value. But given the health of the birds today, our turkey will be our grand, and our chicken will be our reserve. And I'm assuming these will be available in the sales. So there you go. You got well, either one's to produce very nicely for whoever decides to buy these guys at the premium sales.
Oh, okay. All right, thank you. I just bought our breeding contestants. Can you do the same thing I had them do when I introduce you? Just let the audience know your breed of animal you're showing, if you know it, and that way the audience knows what you're. So, first one contestant is 3 pullets, any breed, Clea Featherston. Yeah, so,
how many does she have?
she has 3.
Okay, she can have somebody come up and help her with it.
Yeah, we're gonna have.
And you can move your carriers closer if you would like.
So,
I have no problem with them having help with multiple animals.
yeah.
It's a lot of them.
So generally when we do pins and threes, we have assistants so that, because it's hard to keep track of 3 animals at once. And our steers are wanting to get in on the show too already. They're all fired up.
Excited. They hear this. They think it's not them.
Yeah. So while we're getting those ready, remember today at 4:30, Ghost, I'm called immediately by our sheep. And then tomorrow morning at 8:30, spawning followed immediately by steers.
Yeah, we want that baby to get through it. I don't What's the other side of it? Thank you.
Rooster got scratched.
Yeah, we know. You're not used to it. That's what we want to Our silkies today is a pen of threes. We have a rooster and 2 hens. And what I look for when I do a breed class is I want to see if they meet the breed standards. We have some very nice silkies up here. They are only 3 months old, so they are still growing. But already they have very fine, well-defined crown and the frizzle feather, which is like what we like to see in silkies. They also have silkies that are a breed that have an extra toe. And it's in the breed standards that they have that extra kind of do-lock toe. So I also had to check to make sure they have those. You see on the side here how they have a very nice skirt. You like to see full skirts on these guys, and then feathers down their flanks. And these are all bantams, so It's more for dress than anything, but these guys are very much definitely Smokies and they will get a blue ribbon today. And we'll come back for our overall.
Yeah. All right, so our next will be our dozen eggs with
We can
Tinley,
do both of those same time if you want.
yeah, Tinley Berwick and Jody Alvis will be throwing a dozen eggs. Can't point deduction if you drop.
They have very beautiful colors. They're very uniform in color. They are supposed to be uniformly shaped. I just wish they were all a little bit closer to the sky. So out of the three things that one like in one of them. Very much appreciated. Hi, I was thinking about several chickens. I was doing 1, 2, 3. So it's like that. This is what, yeah, bring presentation. Remember chickens were very more close. Go and have someone on the eggs for me, and then chicken. Who get you in real quick? My mom. Oh. Get here real close real quick. Gotta get in here?
Yeah.
Oh. Go get in here real quick. I'll show you how to tell. The girl, ask the girls if they know how to tell what color the eggs are gonna be by looking at the chicken. She knows, but she doesn't, so we're gonna demonstrate it and show her. So when I judge, I like to make sure the kids leave the table learning something. If I can teach the kids something while they're here today, I feel like I've had a great day. That's awesome. So we're gonna teach her real quick how to look at the hen and see what color egg she is. You wanna tell her? Okay, you tell her.
Look at their ear holes.
So this is colored earlobe. It's gonna be colored egg. Sometimes there's a colored earlobe, the other one colored. So you got colored egg. So like your egg from one of these earlobes. So that's pretty hard though. So like your
your bark lots, or the water lots. Sometimes have a pinch brown. Where I rest my hand, it's kind of more brownish.
Thank you very much.
So then you tell, when you can get chicken, you know what you want, you're going to make after it cooks. You say, okay, I'm going to do it. I think so too. See that very beautiful color here? Blue and the brown is just a little I see blue right there. Or real close to the same color, real close to the same color. Green's gonna look good. Also the strong.
She has 3 different lots or is one? She has 3 different examples.
It's
It's usually just a dozen eggs. So there's like
pretty
six,
sure
one.
it doesn't make a single lot.
She's got 6 each one.
So yeah, she went up the above, it's usually a dozen. She shows 18.
3 different chickens,
Yeah.
3 different examples. I don't know, did this a little harder for the size. And I have to say overall, Ethan's the best, but she got the dozen. So I think we'll go with blue ribbons.
Not for this.
We're gonna go blue ribbon for both these young ladies today. Our young lady over here on the end, she does have a dozen, all perfectly green eggs, but they are a different size. So when we look at a dozen eggs for a 4-H exhibit, we try to look for uniformity in size, shape, and color. So when you go to the grocery store and buy a dozen of brown eggs, they're all the same color brown. They're not light brown to dark brown. So that's what we kind of look for. We have Easter eggers here, which Easter eggers generally are Americanas or Americana mixes. And I can tell that these birds are all pretty close to the same species of Easter egger because they're all really close to the same color. They're just different sizes, so I can tell there's different ages in here. With here, if I tip it up a little bit, we have 3 different colors of eggs. So I can tell that this is 3 different examples. Our blue eggs are perfectly shaped, size, and color. Our greens are a little bit off tinted. And then our browns, I can tell it's different hints because they are different shades of brown. But we are going to go blue ribbon for both of these young ladies today. They did an awesome job with their eggs.
All right, and our next will be Miss. I'll let her put her eggs down first. Miss Tinley Berwick showing her silky hen. Yeah.
We got a breeding hen under a year old here. Very nice example of a silky. The same thing, just what we did with our breeding trio. We want to look at they meet that standard as close as possible. And this chicken is, as we discussed earlier, is a very good example of a silky hen. She's not quite laying yet, but we don't expect her to until about 6 to 8 months. And silkies really don't lay a whole lot anyhow. They're more of a fancy bird than a work bird. So we're going to give her a blue ribbon today for the silky. She did a nice job raising her and this
All right, our last exhibit will be Clea Featherston. I'll let Tinley put down her chicken so she can help Clea. So, speaking. All right, Clea showing a pin of 3 feet tuned up. And I can't talk this morning, sorry.
It does? So that's the look at it, one way off. Like, take that back. You see the web, a little crap.
It got scratched in the head.
But what we want is tears. We don't want to see any major tears in the webs, because if they have tears in the webs, how do they swim? How do they not, how do they? Even though they're far now, we're still like them. The same thing. That's what we do. That's a nice thing. Okay. You don't make that float. They have better ability. So that air is calculated. We also have a little wire. Goes up and down. Yeah. So that goes up and goes to the front. You know what you do? We also like to look at these guys as these too. The same way, one is when you don't have. This one's just a little bit older, so they're not seeing that. So we tell them the feathers are a little bit good. But I'm pretty sure they're not. So we're trying these guys. Because if they were keeping this in yellow, they're runners may be possible. You want to stand up straight. Runners like to stand up like top off. Which means we're going to have the rest formation here that keeping their dual purpose for A and B, so they have a really good question. Yes, it's These guys look really healthy. Yeah, that's good. This is our last breed group.
This is our last breed group.
We don't have any other, we have any breaks in school. We're not. Same thing with the shafts and chickens, same thing with that. Probably carry that, and somebody will check it, you know that? Oh, yeah, there. I think that goes away, but I'll be on to it. You're cute, aren't you? I like the profile of it. I would say this would be the top half out of your breed. Not only is he more older and more developed, he's got a better shape for his head, and he holds himself up there the way he should. And he's got a well-defined profile on him.
Okay, we've got 3 ducks here, and they are young ducks, but they're not peaky. We kind of discussed, in between the 4 of us, our breed traits of a duck, we've kind of come to the conclusion that we have runner ducks here. Runner ducks are still a market animal, and we still judge them the same thing, but these are the breeding class. We're not going to judge them as market, we're going to judge them as a breeding class. We want to see that they represent the runner breed as close as possible. And because they're young, they're just a little bit harder to judge versus judging against an older in our breed classes here today. But that being said, I am going to give these guys a blue ribbon, and the ducks we do look for a little bit different things. One of the main things we look for different is we do check the beak, make sure there's no cracks or breaks. We want to make sure that they can drink and eat properly. Because if they have a crack in their beak and they try to drink, it's a long way from the end of that beak to the throat. So if they have a crack, then they have a harder time to eat and drink because it doesn't stay in their mouth. We also like to look at their webs. We want to see that there's no major tears or injuries. Because if their webs are injured, they're not going to go in your pond very well. They're not going to be able to swim, they're not going to be able to scavenge, they're not going to be able to hunt. But these guys are very beautiful ducks. I love these ducks. I actually like the one on the end better. She's got a better profile when we look at it from the side. But we're going to get a blue ribbon today. And I believe we have all of our breeding, so I can.
Yeah.
Okay. These will also be our reserve for our breeding classes today. Our grand champions will also be her trio. Her chicken trios, yes. Her 3 silkies with the 1 rooster and the 1 hen on the end. She'll have go through your grand
Thank you so much for coming out and cheering on our participants today. We appreciate the support. I will remind you at 4:30 this evening, we will do goats, well, this afternoon, followed by sheep immediately afterwards. And then tomorrow morning at 8:30, we will be doing swine, followed immediately by steers. At 5 p.m., we will be doing the round robin judging, and 6 will be our auction. If you have not registered as a buyer and you want to register as a buyer, we will have an opportunity to do that tomorrow before the sale.